John, go ahead, post a new headline.
Yeah, here we go. The arrow is pointed up with the Dodgers.
This team's good. This team is hot. This team is slugging their way. And now this team is starting to win because all the injured pitchers in the rotation are almost all back. I guess the most unique thing we saw on the weekend was Shohei Ohtani going 2 innings in the start in Kansas City, John. He was clocked at 101.7. He struck out 2 batters in the 2+ innings, and they're just continuing to grow him slowly. That's pretty impressive. Did you ever think you and I'd be talking about Clayton Kershaw having a 4-0 record after all the surgeries and a 3.03 ERA? And the Dodgers are banged up in the bullpen. There's no doubt about that, but they continue to rely on Tanner Scott. They continue to get more good outings than into bad outings. And the Dodgers have taken what was a half-game lead over the Padres and have now made it a 7-game lead over the Padres. And to me, the Dodger arrow is pointed up. The Dodger letter grade is A, and despite all their adversity, and it's been significant, they're starting to pull away from virtually everybody else in the National League West. This has been really impressive what the Dodgers have been able to do. And we're only looking at upside with Ohtani, and the injured relievers in the bullpen are about to come off the disabled list. They're all throwing rehab assignments. So it looks like they're going to get stronger while the Padres are still trying to find answers to their issues. John, reaction?
Reaction. Frankly, I mean, at this point of the season, I thought the Dodgers would have even a better record than they have right now. I mean, because, they had all that trouble. They've gone through some, a little bit of lulls, but they just have so much depth, so much like wiggle room that they can stumble a little bit and it's no big deal. And then, and the Padres, they blow that, they had a chance to win the series in Cincinnati and they kind of let that slip through their fingers. Yeah, I mean, the Dodgers are doing what we expected. The Padres they'd be all right if Tatis would perform as Fernando Tatis should, if our guys hit the way they should. But what can you say about LA? I mean, they brought up in the Padre game over the weekend, a question of whether or not Manny or Max Muncy should start at third base for the All-Star team because they reset the voting apparently and they start from scratch. Muncy has no chance taking that, but maybe the fans might vote for him because he's popular with the best team.
Well, the whole thing to me is a little bit fraudulent when they invite me and you to vote 5 times a day. Come on, you're rigging the thing. It's like the old Chicago mayoral elections. Max Muncy has had 2 decent weeks of baseball, and his defense is a little iffy. Machado's hitting 290, 298, and playing pretty solid defensively, though his errors are up. Now, Machado is the starting third baseman, although he's probably getting some push. Nolan Arenado, who we thought was going to be buried in St. Louis, has become one of the cornerstones in this resurgence of Cardinal baseball, coupled with pretty good pitching. So Arenado has pushed himself into this mix, but I think Machado has to be the guy. And by the way, do you know why they put erasers on pencils? So when you make a statement that doesn't make sense, I can erase it. You said you thought the Dodger record would be a little bit better. John, put your glasses on. Would you please check the standings in the newspaper or on your laptop? Dodger record is 53-32. And that's with 18 pitchers on the disabled list.
But, before, when the season was about to start, we thought they were going to go like 150-12. And that was before all the pitchers got hurt and everything else. So, seriously, I mean, we're, say we as a Padre fan, 7 games back. That's horrible. But it sounds like it could be a hell of a lot worse. So, the Dodgers are going to just clean up. They're going to win. They're going to, they have all their, cavalries coming in. You just got to let it ride out. And once you get to the playoffs, then anything can happen. I think that's the way you have to look at it as a Giants fan or a Padre fan. Okay,
that's all things Padres, all things Dodgers, and the Fans Forum chat box is open. And you need to pile in early because this thing's going to clog up like the I-5 405 interchange. John, third topic.